B, rising property prices, or C, the price of education? So I want you to read the text and then you have to choose the correct answer.
So everybody knows the positive influence a good school in a neighborhood can have on property prices. So what do you do when you don't have one? I guess A.
There we go. Yes, the importance of good schools. Okay, now can you read for us the second one?
A group of residents in Baltimore near Hayward Health, West Sussex, decided to build a school themselves. They successfully bid to start an eco-school in local woodlands. The parents-led group has just appointed a head teacher. The primary school was space for 210 pupils, will open in September.
Okay.
This one.
The power of parents. Well done, Jenny. Okay, moving on to the next one. Can you do number, just going to make it down a little bit small, 3 and 4?
The group is just one of the growing number across the country, people banding together to improve their way of life, from saving a village shop or pub to starting a shared agriculture scheme where everyone helps out and gets fresh vegetable every weekly. Vegetable. So this one. What? No. C. I don't think. I think so.
Well done, Jenny. It's C. You're doing amazing.
Across Britain, the community spirit is growing. The fact that most of the scheme are also green adds to the appeal. So what is going on, and could you do the same things in your area? B?
Yes, a call for action. Well done, Jenny. Okay, well done. That was amazing. Now, what we're going to do is, in this type of exam task, you do not have to say what the whole paragraph is about, okay? You have to find specific information in a paragraph. Match the information underlined in sentence 1 to 6, okay, with the type of specific information. A, reason. B, explanation. C, example. D, comparison. E, summary. And F, description. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. Okay, which one is a reason?
Well, I don't get what they meant a description mean.
Okay, in which moms had a lot of influence and sons followed dads down the docks. Okay, is that a reason, an explanation, an example, a comparison, a summary, or description? What do you think? The underlying sentence. Which one would you say? A, B, C, D, E, or F?
Explanation.
And fantastic. Look at you, Jenny. You're so smart. Okay, there we go. Now you're going to read the next one. The children are better disciplined. Is that a reason, example, comparison, a summary, or description?
Many of those interviewed come across a model citizen. The children are better disciplined. Example? Wait.
Yes, you're correct.
Oh, okay. I thought I didn't read it clearly. The author draws some important conclusions from all this. Their main recommendation is a fresh approach to the culture of entitlement. So the reason?
Okay, so the next one. The main recommendation is a fresh fresh approach to the culture of entitlement. Is this a reason or is this a summary? Read the whole text.
The author draws some important conclusion from authors. They may recommend it. Oh, okay. That's the summary. Okay. The study found that among white families running their own businesses, a strong sense of community in those working together encouraged mutual support. Description? No.
Okay. So so that's one. Yeah. Oh, wait. The study found that among white families running their own businesses, a strong sense of community and just working together encourage mutual support. Okay. Is this a description or is this a reason?
A reason?
A reason. Yes. Well done, Jenny. So number 4 is definitely a reason.
Step back another half century and you find a different scene. A place inhabited by up to 1,500 Jewish immigrants. The description? Okay, like Silver Street Market that had been sprung back to life in the past few years, the community could over time reinvent itself.
Aha! Sorry. Yes, well done, Jenny. Amazing.
Oh.
Okay, wait. Let's see quickly. Can you undo it?
I mean this one.
Yes, got it.
This one. This one. A comparison. This one. Right?
Yes. Well done, Jenny. Okay, so now we know what is a reason, an explanation, an example, a comparison, a summary, and a description. Well done, Jenny. That was really, really good. Okay, so moving on to the next part here. Underline example of types of information. A to D. Okay, so a reason, details, an example, a summary in text 1. Okay, and then in text 2, a comparison, an explanation, and a description. Okay, you should be able to find them in order. So you're first going to find a reason, then an example, then details, then a summary. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to just make it a tiny little bit smaller. Okay, so what I would like you to do is, Jenny, can you first read for us the text number 1 so we know what it is about? Okay.
Okay, as I have worked with volunteers and volunteer group for many years, I can vouch for the fact that the community spirit is flourishing. Every day I watch volunteers interacting with fellow human beings and in so long enriching themselves in so many ways. I work with Manchester and my job is placing volunteers in hospices, old age home, and taking and care homes for children. Our volunteers ranges in age from 17 to 70 and come from a wide range of backgrounds, but they are willing to give up their time in order to help others. They approve, if proof is needed, that we live in a rich, multicultural environment. Volunteering is one of the most powerful forces for good in our society.
Okay, don't read text number 2 yet. Now, can you underline the reason? So normally it's in the first sentences, in the first paragraph.
I can vouch the fact the community spirit is flourishing.
Okay, so a reason, I would say, as I have worked with volunteers and volunteers groups for many years, that would be a good reason.
Okay.
Okay, and then let's have a look at the next one. Now we're going to find an example. Okay, so which one would you say is an example? I can vouch for the fact that the community spirit is flourishing. Every day I watch volunteers interacting with their following human beings. Ah, yes, Jenny. Yes, interacting, just there, just until interacting, because that is the example we are giving. Okay, well done. And then they're asking now for the details. Okay.
I work in Manchester. My job is placing volunteers in hospices. Is that enough detail?
Yeah. Okay, and I would add here an old age homes and care homes for children, because we need to give more detail. Okay, there we go. It's a good one. Okay, and then looking at the next one, I would also add here, because we need some more more information. I would also add here our range in age from 70 to 70 comes here from a wide range of backgrounds, because we're now giving more details about why they are volunteering, doing that volunteering work. Okay.
Okay.
Well done, Jenny. Okay. Now we're going to look at the D. Okay, so let's have a look at the summary. How would we summarize this? What would they summarize about volunteering work?
Okay, to this one, to this one, to this one.
Ah, yes, Jenny. Fantastic. Okay, you see how we did that. Okay, now you're going to read text number 2. Okay, first read it, and then you're going to find a comparison where you compare two things with one another. And then we're going to do a description of something with detail, and then an explanation. Okay, so read for us text number 2.
Don't forget the power of local government when it comes to issues in your neighborhood. In geometry, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. In politics, if you have a local issue, take the shortest route and go first to your local council. Some issues are foreign better dealt with community level. I live in an area where there's a lack of infrastructure, lack of amenities, and the risk of flooding. There's a tendency to become quite angry if such issues are not dealt with. Keeping calm and electing the most level-headed member of the group as spokesperson will help your cause. Another big problem is schools in state neighborhood with half empty or empty buildings. Residents should ask their local politicians what will happen to this development and how they plan to make things better. So the comparison is
Okay, you got this.
so in politics, take the short route and go for the local council. Is it a comparison?
Okay, wait. Let's see. Because they're comparing one thing with another thing. Okay, so in geometry, the shortest distance between 2 points. You see what they're talking about, a comparison here. They're comparing one point to another point.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a comparison, okay, with a straight line, okay. So there we go. So that sentence in geometry, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. That is a comparison. Now let's have a look at the next one, a description, describing something in detail.
I don't get what description means.
Okay, a description is when we give detail about something, when we explain something. Okay, so let's quickly read. So I would say some of the issues are far better dealt with the community. I live in an area where there is okay. So it's when we are describing something that we're giving more detail about how it is, how it should be. Okay?
Okay.
So, because they're talking about the issues, but we are describing the issues here now. And the issues are these.
Okay.
Well done, Jenny. Does it make sense?
Yeah, but it's also the same example for a reason.
Yes. A description and a reason are very closely related. Okay, now let's look at an explanation. So when we explain something, why it is like that. So normally an explanation is related to a problem. So see if you can find a problem.
So this one.
Read a little bit further. Look at the. Let's see if we can find a problem, because normally if we have a problem, we give an explanation why.
I mean, isn't it an explanation?
Keeping calm and electing the most level-headed member of the group as spokesperson will help your cause. Okay? This is just basically giving, I would say this is rather a reason.
Oh.
Okay? This would be a reason, but now we want to give an explanation. Normally, when we need to explain ourselves, is because there's a situation or a problem. So see if you can read about a problem.
Okay. Another big problem is causes the neighborhood will have empty buildings.
There we go. Well done. So when we have a problem, we give an explanation why. Okay. Does that make sense, Jenny?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well done. That was good. Okay. Mention the following. You may use any letter more than once. Okay. So for example, a rescue operation can be A. The high numbers of disappearing facilities can also be A, depending on what information you find. And then an example of a fundraising activity. So the best would be now, I would like you to read A, okay, B, and then C, and then we're going to look at, then you're going to match them with number 1 to 3 and see which of them are talking about a rescue operation, a high numbers of disappearing facilities, and an example of a fundraising activity. Okay, so you can start reading.
According to the Rural Shops Alliance, 600 country shops closed last year, and the post office closure program into the mix, and thousands of neighborhood hubs are being lost. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a. Oh wait, hold on. I'm changed pane. That's a.
Yes. Well done.
The people of Avebury in Wiltshire are among those trying to reverse the process. In April last year, the village shop closed when the adjoining post office shut down. Last Sunday, however, it reopened. The villagers, led by a small sting group, banded together to raise enough money to save it. 241 people bought 10 pound share, with £3,000 coming from local donation and £25 from charitable scheme. The National Trust. Oh, wait. So this is B. Oh, so that's one is C.
Excuse me, sorry, Jenny. Yes, well done. That was amazing because they're talking about the 241 people bought 10 shares. A fundraising. Fantastic. Okay.
So we already know the end, right?
But what about to B? Just hold on quickly. Just hold on. What about the villagers? The villagers led by a small steering group banded together to raise enough money, yeah? The villagers led by a small steering group. Isn't that a rescue operation?
But isn't it like raising up money to save it?
So the people of Avebury, Awasha, are amongst those trying to reverse the process. In April last year, the village shop closed when the adjoining post office shut down. Last Sunday, however, it reopened. The village is led by a small steering group, okay, banded together to raise enough money. Okay, people bought shares coming from local. So people donated to help them rescue the operation.
Okay.
No, but that is correct, Jenny. So B is 1 and 3 because they're talking about a rescue operation and fundraising. Okay, remember it can be multiple.
Okay. So
okay.
I'm gonna read this.
There we go. Now let's have a look at C.
Okay, the National Trust, the organization which owns the buildings, offered a minimal rent. A local blacksmith and carpenter made the shop sign and fitted out the interior, and one volunteer baked cakes to sell. The shop manned
by a part-time manager, so meaning that person is managing it.
Oh, okay. Manned by a part-time manager, and more than 30 volunteers will stock everyday items such as sweets and washing up liquids, as well as newspaper and fresh bread. There will be also posting office facility for half days a week. So,
there we go. Sorry, Jenny. So what is that? Is it a rescue operation, the high numbers of disappearing facilities, or an example of fundraising activity?
I guess 3.
Look. Which one?
3.
So look at what they're saying here. Of a minimal rent, the local carpenter made shop sign and fitted out into, and it volunteer bakes cakes to sell. Okay, the shop man by Potter more than 30 will stock everyday items such as sweets and washing. Okay, newspaper. There will also be posts. Okay.
So it's not.
So are they by doing that? Are they helping? Are they rescuing them?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. There we go. So C is going to be
1.
Number 1. Yes. Well done, Jenny. Fantastic. Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay. Now, there are some reading strategies that help you match information. Are the sentences number 1 to 6 good strategies or not? Write yes if it's good or no if it's not. Okay, so I want you to read number 1 to 6, and then you're going to write yes or no. Y for yes, N for no.
Okay, you should bear in mind that the numbered questions are paraphrases of bits of information in the paragraph. I mean, no.
Oh, sorry, Jenny. Sorry. There we go.
Okay, so before looking detailed information, it is a good idea to have a general idea what is in the paragraph first, so you should skim read the text first to find out. I mean, sure. When working in a paraphrase, underlining keyword in the questions can help. Sure. If you keep the questions or keywords in mind when you are reading, you are more likely to find information you are looking for. So, if you have found an answer in a paragraph, you should look for the answer to the next question in the next paragraph. Okay, you should answer the questions in the order they are giving. In the order, I mean, like, no.
Okay, let's have a look. You should bear in mind that numbered questions are paraphrase of bits of information in the paragraph. So this is actually very helpful. Okay, so I would say yes here.
Why?
Okay. So the reason being is because when we paraphrase, it is small bits and pieces that help us to get to the answer quickly. Okay, like we just did now. Before looking for detailed information, it is a good idea to have a general idea what is in the paragraph. You know, like you normally read first, Jenny, to understand what it is about?
Yeah.
Okay, so well done. That's definitely a yes. And when working with paraphrases, underlining keywords in questions can help. Absolutely yes. If you keep the questions or keywords in mind, because remember that's first what we read, okay? When you are reading, you are more likely to find the information you are looking for. 100% yes. If you have found an answer in a paragraph, you should look for the answer to the text, to the next question in the next paragraph. No, because we first need to finish off what we started. Okay, so this one I would say no. Okay, you should answer questions in order they are given. No, not necessarily, because as we read and it shows, then we answer. Okay, well done, Jenny. You did pretty well there. Okay, now let's have a look at these strategies. Use appropriate strategies to help you do the task. The passage below has 3 paragraphs labeled A to C. Okay, so here we have A to C. Okay, which paragraphs, exactly like we practiced, mention the following? You may use any letter more than one. So, for example, we can say C can be 1, 3, and 5. B can be 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so it can be used multiple times. Okay, you read number 1 to 5 so we can see what we need to pay attention to.
A country issue, an example of successful protest, a reason why pubs close, an organization that encourages partnerships, a well-known person.
Okay, now I'm going to let you read A and then we're going to apply once again. Can you read A for us?
According to a recent figure from the British Beer and Club Association, the 39 pubs close every week. Okay, these days pay cheaper to use alcohol in supermarket to drink at home than it is to visit the local boozer, but that's not deterring the drinkers who are banding together to save the local pubs.
So now, after reading A, okay, I'm going to try to make it a little bit smaller. Okay. Yeah. Which one would you apply it to?
I mean, A.
For an organization that encourages partnership. Okay. So according to recent figures from the British Beer and Pub Association, so we are talking here about a pub. Okay. A place where people drink. 39 pubs close every week. Ah, yes. Well done, Jenny. Okay, there we go.
I thought that also counts.
These days, it's far cheaper to buy alcohol in supermarkets to drink at home than it is to visit local boozer. But that's not deterring the drinkers who are banding together to save for local pubs, okay? So it's not about a countryside issue, no. An example of successful protest, no, nothing about that. Yes, a reason why pubs close. And an organization encourage partnership, no. A well-known person, perfection. Okay, now, can you read for us B?
In Haskett, Newmarket, Cumbria, 125 people raised £1,500 each and bought the old crown. Each of them now has a say is how it is run. The pub in Charlton, Hawthorne, Dorset was virtually derelict and about to be turned into a car park into the village rally, setting up a Save the Pub group and had planning permission for the car park turned down. The King Arms reopened for business earlier this month. There are other examples up and down the country.
Guys, I'm going to do this one here, okay? So, let's quickly make it tiny little bit smaller. Okay.
So this is gonna be B, and this is also B.
Yeah. Oh, Jenny, you are so smart. So definitely, yeah, that one is B. Yeah, an example of a successful protest. Well done, Jenny. Okay, now let's have a look at the next one. Okay, so I think C is going to be applied in a lot of places. Can you read for us C?
The rural pub is the heart of community. We've got to keep it as well as the heart. Says pub is the hub and its scheme initiated by the Prince of Wales,
yes,
which encouraged breweries, pub owners, licensees, and local community to work together to support pubs in isolated rural area. Pub is the hub. I'm not going to say this. Offer support and suggestion on how to go about things. It has assisted more than 350 pubs since its information in 2001.
Hi. So let's quickly apply them. I'll just do that. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna just want you to be able to see. Okay. I'm sorry, Jenny. I'm gonna remove that for you. Oh, let's do this. So this one is B. You said B there, and then you said A here.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's okay. Then yeah. And then C is going to be where?
This one.
Yes. But what are they also talking about? Ooh, Prince of Wales. What's that? A well-known person. Well done, Jenny. But now the community, okay? They're talking about rural areas. Rural areas referencing to what?
Oh, why though?
A countryside issue, because rural areas are on the countryside.
Okay. Let's see, not O.
There we go. Well done, Jenny. Any questions so far?
No.
You're doing pretty good. I like it. Okay, so moving on to the next part. Let me just zoom in here. The following passage has 7 paragraphs, okay, labeled A to G. So we have A to D. So here we have a lot, but don't worry. These you are going to do for homework. Okay. I'm just going to explain to you what to do. Which paragraphs mention the following information, just like we practice? You do not need to mention all the paragraphs. So 1, the relationship between local environment and behavior. 2, the benefits of asking around. 3, becoming an organizer. 4, partnerships against crime. 5, problems which are not really problems. So they mentioned something, but it's not really a problem. And aspects of neighborhood research. Okay, so we're just going to read A, just to do it as an exercise, and then the rest you will do for homework. So can you read for us A, will you love your neighbors?
Wait, I don't get what aspect of neighborhood research.
Aspects of neighborhood research. For example, if they say, we need to find out what we can improve on in the neighborhood, we need to do research about it. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
Perfect. Good question. So can you read for us this paragraph?
When you're interested in buying a house, it's easy to check the location and specifications of the house, but how can you assess an area community spirit? Not just if the neighbors are friendly, but whether people will get involved in helping to deliver public service, setting up social enterprises, and tackling local issues. Here are some tips for finding out what an area's community spirit is like. Okay. So,
okay. Yeah. So with this one, is it okay.
A2, I guess. Yeah.
I would say, so when you're interested in buying a house, are they talking about buying a house? It is easy to check the location. So now, if they're talking about the location, they're talking about the neighborhood. Okay. There we go. Well done, Jenny. Okay, so you see what to do. Okay. Yeah. So for the homework, you're going to read each one. You're going to read B, C, D, E, F, and G. And then you are going to apply to number 1 to 6. Do you understand what to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Jenny, did you enjoy today's session?
I mean, sure. I did good, but some.
No, you did pretty well. I'm very impressed with you. Jenny, you must have a great day. I'll send you your homework. You're going to do it. And then I'll see you on Sunday.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Jenny. Well done.